This time on Books That Changed My Life.
In the moment when I truly understand my enemy, understand him well enough to defeat him, then in that very moment, I also love him. I think it's impossible to really understand somebody and what they want, what they believe, and not love them the way they love themselves.
This is a passage that will resonate with anybody who's ever had to take another life. Whether you've taken another life as a vet killing a dog, or whether you've taken another life as a soldier shooting a gun at close range or dropping a missile from a drone. When you know that you are terminating another life, there really is a moment. It's a brief moment, but it's a moment where you realize that that life has survived up until this moment. And that life has experiences and memories and values and family, and it's touched other things, and it's been to certain places. It's seen things that you haven't seen. If you're a hunter and you shoot an animal, like, yeah, you celebrate the fact that you have a giant rack of antlers and you killed this, giant animal, but you also realize, holy shit, this animal has survived in the wild for 2.5 years, 4 years, 7 years, whatever. And you realize how hard that is for that animal to have lived in these conditions. And you just took its life in a second. And that's what I think the author is getting at. And I think it's so poignant that, to my knowledge, Orson Scott Card never killed anyone. But he understands that point, that when you take a life, in that moment, they're not your enemy at all. In that moment, they're just another living creature that reached a precipice, reached a point in time with you, and now their time ends.
Yeah, that's deep. Have you ever read that book On Killing?
No.
Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of this book. I'm pretty sure one of the places where I heard about it was from a Navy SEAL friend of mine who...
Yeah, it's a SEAL, I think, that wrote it.
Who was referencing the same situation for them. That even when you're fighting for your life in a gunfight, once you win the gunfight and you see the bodies, you realize, like...
Not only that, but like they go through their wallet and see the picture of their family in their wallet, and like, in that moment, a lot of times the soldiers kind of start to feel a little bit like whoever's making these decisions in a room somewhere, we have more in common than we have differences, and we're killing each other. And it's a sobering moment because there's a conflict that starts to happen there.
Absolutely.
Because of the humanity.
And this is one of the reasons why, again, anybody listening who knows what it's like to take another life, they also understand why killing is a young man's game. Because it's so much easier to say yes to a mission to kill when you're 29 years old or 32 years old or even 35 years old. Because by the time you're 41 years old and you've got 13 years of service under your belt and somebody's like, hey, we're going to do a raid, you start asking why. Isn't there a better way to do this? Is it really worth putting lives in jeopardy to check out this bunker? Can't we use some other resource? Can't we fly a satellite or a recon plane? Like, isn't there some other way to do this rather than? And those kinds of questions start to break down the military structure that is required for that execution, that flawless, consistent execution over time. So that is a big part of why people retire at about the age of 44. About the age of 38 if they start military life at 18, right? That's why the military system is a 20-year career.
Yeah, I think about JFK in that he was a vet and he saw it. And then when he was president, his approach was one of empathy and understanding that war is something different than what everybody perceives it to be.
And the challenge there is that if your enemies don't have that same empathy, you're up against a difficult enemy. If you are empathetic in the face of an enemy that is aggressive,
you're losing.
You're losing.
Yeah. It's a chess game.
Yeah.